Well, hi there and welcome to today's video. This is a series I am very excited about. If you are looking for spring cleaning motivation, you want body doubling motivation, this is going to be the video for you. This is an hour of decluttering and getting into the nooks and crannies. I'm going to be following a list called 100 Things to Declutter by Shannon Torrens. And I will be linking a playlist where there will be other creators who are also embarking on this journey. So if you're looking for inspiration, you want to see how different people do their decluttering, this is going to be the playlist for you. This will be 1 out of 4 videos. The first video is a list of 25 items. This all stemmed from the wonderful heart of Joyce. Joyce in Texas, Heart and Home. I love Joyce. I've been watching her now for many months. Her channel is just growing beautifully. She began it after the loss of her father, and as she was going through the grieving process, decluttering was kind of helping her move through all of that grief. She started her YouTube channel then, and I remember just thinking she was amazing. She and her husband had been up here to Alaska, so I felt there was a nice connection. And I love her videos. She is so warm and engaging. She has the best smile. So go check her out. I will link her channel. I will link the playlist where you can find the other amazing creators who are embarking on this collaboration for spring cleaning. And of course, we thank Shannon Torrens, who has also an incredible channel. The playlist will be on her channel, who created this list and has been working with her mom to declutter and maintain that decluttering. And I'm telling you, so that table has some of the remnants of my decluttering from the first 25 things. And it was so helpful. I am so glad that Joyce invited me to be part of this collab. I have needed to get in and do decluttering. When I got diagnosed with breast cancer last year, everything went out the window. Like everything went on the back burner, everything went out the window. And I have been needing to get back into the care and maintenance of my home and doing the things that I love. But I have got to declutter first before I clean. So let's get started. This is week 1 out of 4, and I hope you'll join me, come along with me, declutter with me, and let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to give you a lay of the land. I've been switching over decorations, so that will be addressed right there in the future. I've been changing out the decorations to bring in fishing floats, but I wanted to show you how powerful decluttering can be. I do like to keep a clean kitchen. It's something that is very important to me, and I love clean counters. I'm one of those people that I need to see clean counters, but let me tell you, there are secrets hidden behind all these doors. And that's why going through a decluttering project can be so powerful. Because you look at this space and you might be like, oh wow, look how clean. It's organized, it's neat, there's not stuff piled on the counters, but there are things hidden. Now in this shrunk that we are approaching right here, that tall cabinet, oh, it's packed full. My brain could only take so much. Last year, I had breast cancer surgery, reconstruction surgery. I went through radiation. My 3rd daughter got married. I was her matron of honor. She moved out of the home. So let me just tell you that decluttering and organizing was not even on my radar. I didn't even have the brain power. But it is a new year with a new focus. I was just showing you that cabinet there, and you will not believe what I get rid of later on in the video. I'm going to get ready to read you the list of the 25 items to declutter, and I can't tell you how powerful this practice has been. You'll see me here in just a moment, beginning with item number 1, which is pots and pans. I'm getting into these drawers right here. I'll be getting into my cast iron drawer, and then a drawer that's under my stove. And I got rid of quite a few items. I'm looking at my list here, and I got rid of 8 items. I decluttered. And here's the thing is, which is why this practice is powerful to go through this list. You will find that you will have items that you've forgotten about. That happened to me during this process. You'll discover that you have items that served you in the past, but they're not serving you now and you're not using them. Or you'll come upon older items that have seen better days and it's just time to get rid of them. Maybe they're rusty. I discovered underneath my stove, I've got a drawer that holds like some baking dishes, like cupcake holders and things. Well, I don't bake. And I see this bread pan like that. I ended up getting rid of. It was just all scraped up. That cupcake pan is old and rusty. And then those other little bunt style pans there, I'm going to give that to my daughter. So that's definitely something you can do. My husband decided to use that piece there in the garage. That old rack is just gross and old from the stove that we bought used. We've done a lot of remodeling in our home, and we have repurposed and reused materials. We purchased them off Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Some things are new, some things are not. Before I get ready to just quickly run through the list, and I will also have it linked down in the description below so you can look at the items. Don't be roped into completely revamping and reorganizing as you're going through the decluttering process. Just declutter, clean the area, and move on. You can go back later once you've decluttered and you've cleaned, and if you want to reorganize your drawers, get cute little dividers, do it later. Just go through the decluttering process, or you can get stuck and then just not even make it through. I'm going to read you the list of items that I will be going through and decluttering today. Now, you may find that there are some items on the list that you don't have. Like, for example, I do not own fine china. I do have a massive Avon Cape Cod collection that I'm going to be saving for a different video because I've been gifted a lot of incredible items and they really need my attention, and that's going to be its own entire project. If I tried to get into that one right now, I would not make it through the 25 items for today's decluttering. So that's another thing too. You might find that as you get going on this, you'll be like, oh, that's right, I've got this other project I need to work on. No, direct yourself back to the list and you will be so impressed by the end of the list what you have been able to go through and declutter and clean and organize. You will be so proud of yourself. I felt a tremendous sense of satisfaction. Here is the list of items I will be going through. Number 1, pots and pans. Number 2, large kitchen appliances. Number 3, kitchen gadgets. Number 4, utensils. Number 5, expired food. Number 6, drinking glasses. Number 7, mugs. Number 8, kitchen towels. Number 9, fine china. Number 10, tablecloths. Number 11, water bottles. Number 12, cleaning supplies. Number 13, vases. Number 14, candles. Number 15, light bulbs. Number 16, flashlights. Number 17, matches. Number 18, pet supplies. Number 19, 20, and 21 are pens, markers, and crayons. Number 22, old tape. Number 23, old notebooks. Number 24, laundry products. And finally, number 25, furniture. And what you can do with the items that you declutter, you'll do one of 3 things. You will either throw the items away. Like when I got into the cleaning supplies, I got underneath my sink and I found this old box of dishwashing machine powder that we had purchased way back during the pandemic. Remember how everybody was stocking up on supplies? Well, we had this box just buried way in the back underneath the sink. I'd completely forgotten about it. The other 2 options with the items that you're decluttering, like those I just had in my hand, are going to be donated to my daughter, Lydia, who loves baking. And then the other items can be donated. So, for example, these pans right here are just very rusty. I mean, gosh, I've had them for years it's time for them to be thrown away. Those are going to go. I'm going to donate the items to my daughter. I asked her, I sent her a little video over Messenger, asked her if she would be interested in it, and she said yes. My husband took that one piece down to his garage, and some of these things like that's in still pretty good shape, so that can be donated. So you'll either donate, give away, or throw away. Pots and pans are successfully decluttered. Cabinets have been cleaned. And the beautiful thing is the drawer underneath the stove that held a handful of forgotten items is now open and available for these 2 pans that I've had a hard time finding space for them. They just didn't fit in any good spaces. And you're going to see that right here. I am so very pleased with that. That was a wonderful, wonderful success story right there. And here is everything decluttered and cleaned. As you go through the decluttering list, the 25 items, there may be some things on here that you don't have, or you have already reorganized, or it's already decluttered and cleaned. And I experienced that. You can either just simply skip over it, or you can move on to something else. Now, right now, we are beginning the kitchen utensils and kitchen gadgets category. And in this category, I ended up getting rid of 16 different items. I can't believe I had 16 items to get rid of. And that's the amazing thing. Like I said, you start going through this process, following the list, looking at everything. You pull everything out, you touch everything, you look at it, and you ask yourself the question, is this old and does it need to go? Is it useful to me anymore? Can I donate it or give it away? I have skipped over number 2 on the list, which is large kitchen appliances, and gone right to number 3, which is kitchen gadgets, and number 4, utensils. I did not have any large kitchen appliances to go through, but you may find that you have some items in your kitchen or in your pantry that you're not using. You may have something in storage that's just been sitting there forever, and it may be time to either bring it to the dump, give it away, or donate it. So that can still be a very important category. Since it didn't apply to me, I just went ahead to the next 2 on the list. I kind of combined these 2 here, going through the kitchen gadgets and then going through all the utensils. And you see me, I am touching and looking at everything here. And you can also challenge yourself and not hold on to things that you've not used if it's been many months. If, like, for example, we have this ice cream scooper here. My husband loves ice cream. He does not like that ice cream scooper. He bought a new one, and you saw that I just put it up to the screen there. It was a nice looking ice cream scoop, but we have that other one in there. So you'll find things that maybe your family members bought something to replace an item that didn't work as well, but they also didn't get rid of it. So this is the time to be brutal, and not brutal as in bad, but we could tend to be like, well, I might maybe use it in the future. If you're not using it, it's just taking up space. I heard an excellent quote by Dr. John Deloney, who's part of the Dave Ramsey universe. And it was just this random short that I came upon last year. And I just watched it, and he was talking about clutter. And I have been feeling this. He's like, when your home is in order, it speaks to you. And when your home is not in order, it speaks to you. And he's like, if you have areas that need your attention in your home, it will be screaming at you every time you walk by, every time you enter it, every time you open a drawer. And I have to say that has been me. You know, normally I am a pretty organized type of person, but last year, like I said, it all went out the window, and I just piled stuff everywhere. That just was kind of the state of my mind. And it's been yelling at me. Like, I've been needing to get involved in these projects. And Joyce inviting me to partake in this collaboration could not have come at a more perfect time. Like, I am ready now to sort through all the things that I need to sort through. and it feels really good. You really do have a wonderful sense of accomplishment and peace when you tackle the things that have been screaming at you. And what we want in our environment is we want a peaceful environment. I have a home that's been being remodeled. We kind of touched every area in the house, but we've got a lot of unfinished projects. Because last year, like I said, things just, it just kind of rocked our family. And then, like I said, our youngest daughter moved out. She got married. We were prepping for the wedding. So our time and energy and attention went other places. But this year, I am so ready to get back to the grind, to get back to the focus of working on my home and getting it organized. And you see those knives right there. Like, I bought those knives. They were great, but then that coating came off. So I've been slowly replacing my knives. And that's another thing too, is you're going through this decluttering list. You will be tempted to want to reorganize, but just stay focused, declutter and clean only. But I have been making a mental list of things that I want to do in the future now that I've really assessed everything. And I want to get a really nice, proper knife set, like probably the kind that sit out on the counter. I mean, I use knives all the time, but as you can see by my items, I do not have fancy items. A lot of these items I have had for years and years and years, but I do like things to be cute. Like this drawer, for example, I'm like, oh, I need to get some dividers for these things. I had to resist the urge to get onto Amazon and order organizing things. So I'm like, no, you can do that later when you have finished your decluttering list. But it does spark that organizing part of me. I just have to put it off. Now I'm going through this utensil drawer, and I'm like, how'd that spoon get in there? That's supposed to be in another drawer. It's funny when you start going through things and you'll be like, oh, I didn't know I had that. Like we had three bottle openers. We don't need 3 bottle openers. Now, I do have a lot of measuring spoons. I've got plastic ones, I've got metal ones, and I have what I do too. So they were in those 3 drawers, and it will remain this way because we go through so many measuring spoons when we're cooking. So a lot of those are actually quite useful. But the middle part there houses only the tablespoons, plastic and metal. Then all the other sizes of metal are in one container, and then all the other sizes of plastic are in one container. But yeah, as I'm going through here, like I really need to get some new corn holders. Like those 2 yellow ones I end up getting rid of. They were just rusty and gross, and I think I've had them for 30 years. There used to be many of them. I don't even know what happened to the rest of them. So I'm like, those 2 need to go. So it's funny, these things that you will overlook in your day-to-day life because it's so familiar, and you just don't think twice about it. You just rifle past it when you're looking for whatever it is you're looking for. So doing this decluttering process, pulling everything out and touching everything really helps you to look at the items you have. And I was so surprised. Like I said, so out of the kitchen gadget category and the utensil category, which is 3 and 4 on the list, I got rid of 16 different items. Now, there will be items on this decluttering list that you do not have. Like, for example, I didn't have those large kitchen appliances like what I mentioned. And then also on here is expired food. But I did a deep kitchen clean not terribly long ago where I completely emptied out my pantry and got rid of any old food and whatnot. Now, my pantry needs some organizing. I have got a huge collection of Avon Cape Cod dishes. I've been collecting them, and I've got I was gifted a whole bunch from an auction that I need to wash and go through, and all those have been piled in my pantry, and I do look forward to going through that. That's going to be its own separate video, but I did get rid of any old food that was in the pantry. And then just recently, as I was prepping for some groceries to come in, I completely went through the refrigerator and cleaned it. I will show you my refrigerator, and we already took a peek in the pantry, but we'll take a peek again. So I am skipping over the expired food, but it's a really great thing to go through because you'd be amazed at what you can find. And the best way to do that project is just to go shelf by shelf, cabinet by cabinet, empty everything out, clean out the cabinet, and then look at the items as you put them away, and that will help you to locate the expired food. I'm thinking to myself as I'm looking at this little brush cleaner, it goes to this plunger, and I was like, oh, maybe I can fit them together, but the plunger did not fit in that space. So I just kept the brush up there and then put the plunger back down in the other drawer that has the different kitchen utensils. This is the main servingware drawer that is already organized, but what I did for this project was I did take everything out and I cleaned it and then put it all back in, just making sure that I did touch everything and evaluate it. My daughter Megan made both of those dividers, this one right here that you see, and then the one in the main servingware drawer. When she was a teenager, she's 29 years old, she's gifted in carpentry, and she did these when she was a young teen. And so they are just a little bit of family history there. And here is everything all organized and clean. This is the final kitchen utensil drawer. This one houses the main items that I would use if I was cooking on the stove, like the spatulas and the gravy spoons and the pasta spoons and those rubber spatulas. But I do go through and clean everything and touch everything and assess if it is useful to me right now. In a little bit, we'll be getting into decluttering mugs and decluttering kitchen towels, but I wanted to talk about several items that are on the list that I didn't have or did not need to go through. Number one was fine china. Like I was saying, I did not have any fine china. Then the other one was tablecloths. I have on occasion used decorative tablecloths for birthdays and stuff, but usually they're disposable or I'll only use them for a certain time. Just on the daily, I do not use tablecloths. Water bottles was on the list. That's one of the things to declutter. You'll see me here going into the pantry and taking the water bottle that belongs to me. You'll see a couple there that are my husband's. My wonderful daughter got me this water bottle, and it kind of pained me in a way to get rid of it. But also, here's the thing, is I'm not using it and I don't like the color. My daughter was so precious to think of me and to get me this water bottle, but it's the kind with the handle, and you'll see here in a little bit. In fact, I don't even have the straw to it anymore. And I just don't use those kind of water bottles. I just don't drink out of them. And I don't like things with straws to drink my water out of. Like, I mean, I'll have a straw maybe in a soda at a restaurant, but it's one of these kind right here. And I also don't like pastel and light colors. This is just an example of items that can be gifted to you that of course is so sweet, and you love it because it was gifted to you by somebody who loves you, but it's just not useful, and I just had to let it go. Kitchen towels is also on the list, and I keep my kitchen towel drawer current and up to date and tidy. I've got several down in the washing machine right now. And then the bottom drawer here just houses the cling wrap and Ziploc bags. Then this is the junk drawer. Now also another item on there that I'll show you later in this is old tape. But that is how the drawers are looking. I'm very, very pleased with the decluttering of the kitchen utensils and the servingware. numbers 6 and 7 on the list are mugs and drinking glasses. I definitely needed to go through this list. We are coffee drinkers, tea drinkers, but in empty nesting, things change, and it can be hard to make the transition as the nest is emptying. And I've been going through empty nesting now for a couple of years currently. Out of my 4 children, my youngest son, who is a young adult, he's still based out of the home at 22. He is the last one in the home. And like I said, my daughter just moved out in September, and then my other daughter moved out the year prior when she got married. And it has taken some time to really reimagine my home in empty nesting. You have to completely reimagine the home. I have a 6-bedroom home that housed my 4 children, and we were a homeschooling family. The home served a very specific purpose during that season of life, and I have been going through transition in my home. So this decluttering process is also very helpful. I've had some mugs in here that were my daughter's, who just recently married and moved out. I sent her a video clip and I'm like, hey, do you want these? And she said, oh, I love that one, but I have no space. So not even she wanted her mug. So it was time for me to let it go. And out of the drinking glass and mug category combined, I did get rid of 4 items, 4 mugs. We are all huge coffee tea drinkers and tend to have quite the collection, as one does. Now that little mug I just put away, I really don't use it very often, but it is sentimental. It was given to me many decades ago by my bonus mom. The lady who was married to my father. My father died of cancer many years ago. I was in my early 20s. And my stepmom, but I like to call her my bonus mom, is somebody who is very special to me. We developed quite an incredible relationship actually after my father died. And I used to look at her as kind of like the evil stepmom growing up. And I had just didn't get along with my dad. Let me just say it that way. And I was a foreigner when I would go to visit with them. And so my stepmom and I did not have a relationship. But I'm telling you what, that woman was so incredible to my father as he went through his illness and then passed away. And she was amazing to her children, and she was incredible to me. And we developed the most beautiful, lifelong, lasting bond. In fact, I just got a beautiful card from her in the mail the other day. She gifted me that particular mug when I was in my Boyd's Bear collecting phase. I went through a phase where I was collecting Boyd's Bears. I don't have them anymore. I've gotten rid of all of them. But that was a Boyd's Bear mug, and it is sentimental. So it is okay when you are decluttering, if you really do have something that is very meaningful to you and sentimental, keep it, because that's an important part of your history. Now, another category is vases. This particular vase or vase, I have had also for decades. My husband brought home a beautiful bouquet of flowers in that gorgeously painted vase years ago. And by God's good graces, it has not broken. It has lasted through some earthquakes, but I did want to show you that I have purged out in years past the vase category. So that is something that's on the list. Now we are going to cleaning supplies. And I am so glad that I did this once again. You might just be blind to something that's taking up space because you're just so used to it. For example, as I was mentioning in the beginning of the video, that pandemic dish washing machine powder, which you will see here at the end. So I keep my cleaning supplies up here above the sink and also under the sink. In the cleaning products, cleaning supplies category, I was able to purge 3 items: the pandemic dish washing machine powder and then 2 empty cleaning bottles. How I had not thrown them away before, I don't know, but this is why you empty everything out and you look and touch every item. All nice and clean and organized. And those are the 2 empty items that I had. Who knew? And here is that pandemic dishwashing powder, and it's gross, it's wet. We had a leak just recently underneath the sink, and it had obviously absorbed it. Another category on the list is light bulbs, and I almost didn't do this one because I thought, oh, I think I've already organized that. But I am so glad once again that I pulled it all out, took everything out, cleaned the bins, and touched every item, because I did find some items that we were not using, specifically a bag of all these little light bulbs that we don't have use for them anymore. And I also realized that I had 3 boxes, and you'll see me go into my pantry and get these little boxes. In fact, I'm pulling them out right now. Those are little candelabra, shatterproof 40-watt little bulbs that I use in all of my Turkish lamps and my Turkish chandelier. I love them because when you are trying to change bulbs on a Turkish chandelier, it can be a bit dangerous. And we have all shattered regular bulbs when you're trying to remove the globes. There is a spring that holds the globes, the decorative mosaic globes of a Turkish lamp, that holds it up. And when you try to remove it, sometimes they snap out of your hands, and we have all shattered bulbs. So I have moved to shatterproof bulbs. It was one of the best things I ever did because it alleviates the stress when you are trying to do bulb change out. I always keep boxes on hand. They're somewhat, they're not terribly expensive, but I have so many Turkish lamps. I have a lot of light bulbs in use, so I'm always ordering them and just keeping a stockpile because they do go out. And I had ordered some, but didn't want to pull down my light bulb containers here because they're at the very tippity top of my pantry. I have to get a ladder, it's an inconvenience, etc., etc. Anyway, as I was going through this, I was like, oh, I think I remember seeing in the pantry 3 boxes of bulbs that need to go in these bins. So I was able to go and collect those bulbs and put them where they belonged. And this is the bag that I was going through, and I'm like, we don't use any of these anymore. And we've had this bag of little bulbs for years. And then, of course, there are some glass candelabra bulbs that we used to use. So I ended up donating that entire bag right there. The box that has those exterior lights We thought that we did not have light fixtures for those. So originally I put that in the decluttering pile, but later on my husband was like, you know what, actually I know what, that goes to a particular light that is out of our back porch. I was able to declutter this bag right here. So that was successful. Once again, removing items that are not serving a purpose, are not useful, are not sentimental. So it's time for it to go. The next 3 categories are located in this buffet. I've been needing to organize this buffet for so long. Once again, I had to stop myself from doing a super deep clean. Like, I've got a lot of candles in here that we've used for like power outages or birthdays, and they've got old wax and old candles. I had to stop myself from getting into this whole deep cleaning project of all of those little candles and getting out the old wax. I will save that for a different time. My only purpose is to declutter, clean, and put things back where they belong. But it was very difficult. The categories we are going to be decluttering here are candles, matches, and flashlights. And I also had some older like fairy lights for birthday decorations and things of that nature. So that is what we're going to be decluttering. And it felt really good to organize this. I also have, in addition to like the candles, flashlight, and matches, I have a lot of incense that I like to use. The top drawer of this buffet houses all the incense. It is also where I keep the matches. So I will be organizing the incense as well. And I do keep that one pretty up to date because we use it all the time. I love to use incense throughout the home, but I think it's especially helpful in bathrooms. It is an excellent deodorizer. Now, not everybody loves incense. Not everybody loves that deep, rich smell. And of course, there's such a variety of smells. You really got to find the ones that work good for you. My favorite is Egyptian jasmine. That's my number 1 favorite. But I like to burn frankincense and myrrh. Very biblical, isn't it? But those are my favorite scents. I have one daughter who loves it. I have one daughter who cannot stand it. So incense is definitely not for everybody. But I have to say that it does work miracles in a bathroom, significantly better than any bathroom spray. It works more effectively and it works quicker than a bathroom spray. So give it a try if you've never tried it. I have gone through a lot of different types of incense scents until I found the ones that I really liked. There's a store here in town that has a whole incense display, and they've got individual ones. You could buy the packets, but they also have individual ones for sale. And I have gone through quite a few of them, burning these individual scents just to find ones that I liked or did not like. And there are some that I couldn't do until I found the ones that really work for me. I ended up pulling these little clear containers out of my pantry. I have used them in different locations around the house over the years, but they've been sitting empty in my pantry for quite a while. Since this drawer was filled with all of those old boxes, dirty boxes, I decided to use these clear containers. Certainly a better use. I'm also going to use that container that's all the way off to the left. I end up putting all of the matches into that one. Currently in the top shelf with the incense, I have matches piled loosely and then in a shorter container, and I'll be switching that out. The only box I kept was this one right here that's holding these gorgeous, beautiful, hand-blown glass votives. I got those in Italy. My dear friend and I took a European trip. We were in Venice and they were doing a glass blowing demonstration that was part of the tour that we were on, and it was fantastic. So those are my souvenirs. I'm going to be putting those out here soon, but I have them in that box just because the box is big and they're fragile and I want to keep them protected. But I think I'm going to put them out. I put them out occasionally for special occasions, for birthdays, or sometimes I'll just have them out as decoration. And here I am just fussing around with the organization. Later on, I'm going to come back once I'm done the decluttering challenge of 100 items. I'm going to go back into all the areas that I decluttered and then work on the organizing. Once again, I'm so thankful for this challenge because I have not been in this particular cabinet drawer in a while. And there were things in there like those. I don't even know why those were in there and what they were from. Now, I knew these were in there. It's a container that has a whole bunch of little tea lights. Eventually, I'm going to go through that and reorganize it, put it in a different container, but I'm going to save that for after the decluttering process. But I found old fairy lights. That little container that I'm about to pull out here fairly soon was full of a whole bunch of old fairy lights. Some of the batteries were corroding. I can't even tell you the last time I was into it. I pulled out this. This was my very first mosaic art project. I went to an art class. It was before I had carpal tunnel surgery, and I really want to get back into it. My husband fixed that little piece for me, and I think I'm going to put it in my bay window. I've got it sitting out on the counter now. But it felt great to get into this container. I'm like, oh, I was looking for that Murphy's oil. That's something I use on this buffet. And that is for cookbooks or any type of book. It's really pretty. But you will see, I will get into this, and I do not save one item from this container. I'm going to show you some of the items that I am either throwing away or donating. These two little bunny rabbit votives I used for someone's birthday, and they've just been sitting in the drawer. They're really cute, but I just don't use them. They are going to make somebody very happy. I was able to get rid of one flashlight, and then I found tinsel. I'm like, that's right, we had this gold tinsel, so I'm going to put that in the Christmas bin, and I'll use it next year. I got rid of all those old boxes. I'm trying to fit them just right so I can put them in the trash. And at first I was going to throw away that mason jar. That was a Prego container. I don't know if Prego is still doing this, but they had a couple of their styles of spaghetti sauce. I think it was like their home style spaghetti sauce. It was chunkier, thicker, and it was in those really cute mason jar looking containers, and I have a couple of them that I use, but I do not know where that lid is. I was originally just going to throw it away, but I thought, no, you know what? I'll donate it. There might be somebody who would want that jar even if it doesn't have a lid. I'm just cleaning this off. I was so tempted. I wanted to dump it all out and go through all these things by hand, but I said, no, you can do that after you're done decluttering. And I'm just putting everything back in there. Like, I found a random glass votive that was in that cabinet, so I'm going to put that where it belongs, in the drawer with the other ones. Out of the three categories, candles, flashlight, and matches, I got rid of one flashlight, and then I got rid of that package that had the long candle. Then I also got, or I'm going to donate, I should say, those rabbit votives that are adorable. But then I was also able to clean out these fairy lights and old batteries. I threw them all away. I've had this package right here of LED battery operated tea lights for years. I have used them in a variety of things, but when I was trying them on, they were they would turn on, but then they were flashing or going really dim. So I went ahead and just got rid of those. I completely cleaned out all of my old fairy lights and the corroded ones from the batteries, and I ended up saving one brand new package. This container is completely empty. I went ahead and put it up in the pantry, and I will use it in another area of the house. Number 18 is pet supplies, and number 24 is laundry products on the declutter list. I have both of those housed in this cabinet right down here, and it's something that I keep very organized. I have all of my chinchilla pet supplies here, and then everything we need for the laundry. My different soaps, I use a special detergent for my chinchillas, and then our detergent, I've got some washer cleaners in there. This is all chinchilla supplies. Number 25 on the list is furniture. I'm going to show you a quick snapshot of my daughter's room right here, who moved out in September. That's her telescope in the center, which she is going to come and get as far as furniture goes. But my other daughter likes to flip furniture, and she took the captain's bed just recently and an old chair that we had and an end table to make them look nice and pretty and resell them to make money. That's what she does. So I just got rid of a lot of furniture. There were also some lamps and an old Christmas tree that I'm going to be donating. As I was doing voiceover, I was realizing that on my back porch, I've got 2 old chairs that are also going to go away. So technically, recently, I've gotten rid of a captain's bed, an old worker chair, an older end table to be flipped. My daughter will come get her telescope. We're going to donate the Christmas tree and donate the lamps, and then bring to the dump those 2 chairs. So those have been sitting around the house. I was just giving you a sneak peek into the refrigerator. If you remember, that old expired food was on the list early on, and I was just showing you that I had reorganized and cleaned out my refrigerator and then my pantry, so the expired food was all handled before I began this decluttering project. Old tape was number 22 on the list, and in my junk drawer that I was just in, I have packing tape and then 4 containers of regular tape and the electrical tape. So that was already organized, but old tape is on there. Now this cabinet here, like I was saying, this shrunk, it is packed to the brim with items, and I desperately need to organize it. That'll be a different time. And oh, yep, that has been what has happened over the last year. And it is screaming at me in not a good way. I will eventually be getting to decluttering all of this, but right now we are focusing on the next 3 categories, which is pens, markers, and crayons. I am going to empty out this container. I'm going to touch every single item. I'm going to organize things together, the highlighters, the pens, the color pencils, the erasers, just get everything into categories. Then I'm going to take a blank piece of paper and I'm going to test every single one. And I ended up getting rid of a handful of dried out pens and markers, which you'll see here in a little bit. But once again, I was really tempted to want to look for some organizing containers to put everything in. I have decided to wait on that project and keep focused and just declutter the items out of this container. Once again, I can go back and make it look prettier if I want to. The final item to declutter out of the 25 is actually number 23 on the list, and that is notebooks. That is not something that I am ready to declutter yet. I do have a lot of notebooks that I need to condense down. I tend to be a note taker, but then I never go back and reread my notes. And I do have budget notebooks. I use notebooks for a variety of reasons, but before I get rid of them, I need to have that be a separate day where I sit down and take bits and pieces from them and put them into a new notebook, smaller and condensed. For example, I have got a handful of notebooks that I have filled out when I have attended Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within. I just attended my 3rd one. I've documented it here on my channel. I've documented all 3 of my virtual experiences. I have filled out notebook after notebook, but a lot of it I can just go through and pick out the highlights, like the really important parts that have stayed with me. That is something that I do need to do. I also use notebooks for budgets. I love the act of handwriting, but that is definitely something that I do need to do. I just wasn't ready to get into that today. Like, I didn't have a notebook that I could look at and just be like, oh, yep, that's an easy throwaway. I have got to go through each of them, but you may find that's the case for you, and that's fine. Or you might have some notebooks that you know, maybe you play a lot of games in your family. We have this. We've got a notebook that we use for scorekeeping for all of the different games that we have, and it's kind of an ongoing one. You know, you might have something like that that's filled out and you want to get rid of it, but that is a category. Week 1 has come to an end. I hope you will embark on this spring cleaning challenge. I cannot tell you how beneficial it is. I feel very accomplished, and I was even surprised by a few items. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.